Hello and a warm welcome. Today we have Mr. Prashant Sharma. He's Country Manager, Hybrid Cloud Integration, IBM South Asia. Thank you, Prashant, for speaking to us. What is application modernization and integration? What are its benefits and how it's helping businesses in India?
App modernization and integration is basically re-architecting or rebuilding or changing your application infrastructure. It has primarily three elements: the underlying platform on which your application, your software runs, your application itself, the code, the architecture, the design points, the way that these applications are integrated with each other, and third, most important, that's driving this change is the business advantages and benefits of this. Coming on to the challenges we see in this is an evolving concept. Clients primarily boil down to two things: the cost and the complexity. Cost from the perspective of what does it take to build this, vice versa, the return of investments they will get over the period of time, and the complexity of doing this in terms of skills they have, in terms of plumbing they need to do on the existing applications and rebuild this again. The benefits depends on the industry and the workload you're looking at. The highest benefit accrue to industry which are client facing, where there's an end user experience about your applications, and where applications tends to get maximum benefit by the cloud delivery model. What I meant is applications where you need high agility, scalability, performance, you need anytime, anywhere access, are some of the scenarios where you have very high return on investment.
So which industry is more focused into modernize and integrate applications?
If you look at banking, financial services, insurance, telecom, retail, automotive, primarily in manufacturing space, are some of the industries where clients need to modernize is at the best. And these are the guys who are investing dollars in making fundamental shifts in how they engage with their clients and the partners. See, primarily clients in this space look at modernizing their applications for two or three reasons. Number one, they want to leverage information out on the cloud, which is AI and ML, weather data in context to some use cases. They want to use high-end computing. They want to use information about social and their partner information in the context of the engagement they have with their clients. All this information along with their core help them to be more agile and get higher operational efficiencies. The other interesting use case which I see has developed a lot over the period of time, and almost every leading public sector and private sector bank is moving towards that, is API banking. Which means that how do we open additional avenues of business models? How do I multiply my revenue in the form of payments, in the form of remittances, in the form of refunds across various industries, right? Things which have taken weeks and months earlier in terms of refunds. If you have to refund a product on an e-commerce site, today API banking allows you to do that in seconds. You want to make remittance and payments, you can make it on the click in a second with API banking.
So who are the main buyers you see here? I mean, are they CIOs or the CEOs? Are they looking to invest more now? How the buyer side scenario you see in the market?
So over the last few years, this has evolved. The buyers is no longer a single audience or a single stakeholder in an organization. The buying process is pretty segmented and I will say collaborated right now. This involves head of digital, this involves CIO's office, and this involves, most important, the head of line function for which you're making him go digital, for him where you're creating a business impact. So you need to work with all these functions together. From a banking example, you need to have head of digital, you need to have the chief architect, the CIO, and the head of retail banking working with you for a project where you help them go digital, help them modernize your retail banking applications.
So how has the acquisition of Red Hat has helped in this offering?
So this is a very strategic investment for us. Most of our strategic decisions have been made based on that. One fundamental shift which has happened and how this acquisition has helped us is all our industry class software, all our enterprise ready software is now available as containerized software, which means they are available on OpenShift, which is an industry leading container management layer, which allows enterprises to run their software at any premise, which is on premise in their data center or on the public cloud, IBM cloud or a third party cloud provider.
Sure.
So basically we're making a fundamental shift by creating option and flexibility to our clients to choose the infrastructure where they want to run that workload, and supported by open source components as well as industry leading IBM middleware.
So you've been in IBM for a long time, I believe it's more than a decade now. How has been your journey throughout here?
So I've been with IBM for close to 14 years. It has been an interesting journey. One thing which motivates me every day is this organization have enormous learning and growth opportunities. If you see over the last 14, 15 years how the industry has shifted, how we have shifted from a services organization to an organization which is focused on core middleware.
So if not in office, what's your weekend plan? What's your hobbies?
I love music. I love to travel a lot. I love spending time with my kids because I travel a lot, so I miss a lot of family time on a day-to-day basis. So I love to spend time playing with them over the weekend, and whenever we get a day off, we combine that day with the weekend and go for a road drive to nearby places.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you much.